What's up, everyone? Mitchell J, the Scaredy Cat Guide, and let's take a quick look at Bitcoin since the last video. We got that big body candle. We finally made a run towards 8K, and I just wanted to show you guys how things are playing out. It's kind of basically as expected. So now that we've gotten to that next price point, so to speak, it's like, all right, let's get our price levels set so we can react accordingly going forward. So long-term uptrend line, you've seen it before. We broke it. Now we're finally testing it. So let's zoom in a little bit. And I talked about when we were down here that we needed to get above 7,500. That would be like the first milestone, as little as it was, to then make a run at this prior uptrend. And then the question was, were we going to run into it and test it and fail, or were we going to get back into it? So as you can see, yesterday's candle, not pretty. We poked into it and then and got above 8K and then came down and failed. And this is essentially like a reversal candle. The good news is we're hanging in strong today so far. We have another 6 or 7 hours on this daily candle, but same thing. I mean, spiked through, came back, so long-tailed top. So those are intraday highs. So those wicks there, these intraday highs here. So the question is, will we continue to grind sideways maybe and consolidate this big move and then try and make a run up at 8,900, 9,000 and therefore get back into this uptrend? Or are we going to fail here? Is this where it's going to run out of gas? And then, even if we do pull back, ideally we only pull back to like 74, 75 area. That'd still be, healthy and fine. Otherwise, we're looking at going back down towards, 6,800 or even 6,500. So I'm interested to see how this will play out. I mean, you got to remember, we were weak for so long. We broke this uptrend. Now we're finally getting a little tick up. That doesn't mean we're going to definitely get back into this uptrend. I mean, I hope we do. I hope this is just the bulls and the bears and the buyers and sellers just fighting, and that the buyers are going to essentially overtake the sellers and get us back into this uptrend. Because the bottom line is, if we're following this long-term uptrend, that's decent price appreciation. This is still a rather aggressive uptrend. So if you really think about it, this would be very bullish for Bitcoin. But even if we just go sideways, that's not exactly bearish. I mean, this again is a rather aggressive uptrend, and we were in it for nearly a year. So we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, I don't like obviously that we're seeing this red reversal candle and we're struggling so far today. But again, I will let it do what it's going to do and act accordingly. If we look at Ethereum also, you'll see a similar thing going on. So Ethereum, the good news was it broke back into this prior range. It got above that 405 area, that it was a prior support resistance level. And upside, you're looking at this last top around 550 all the way up to like 580 with the wicks. But see what we got going on? Looks very similar to Bitcoin in regards to the price action. So big move, and then look at this, higher, and then we got the big upper wick. So kind of a reversal indecision candle. Same thing going on today. So again, this could just be consolidating. The sellers, this could have been their attempt to try and take it down, and the buyers aren't having it. They're fighting back, and we're just consolidating before we leg up again and make a run at this prior top, and then hopefully at the 200-day moving average. So that's that is what it is. I have my Ethereum for a while now. I didn't add anything on this. I missed this move. I'm just holding my core position. I will tell you on Bitcoin though, I actually did take a little off. The close of this candle, this pattern is essentially the inverse of my bullish U-turn pattern that I always look for. So since essentially I got what looked like a bearish U-turn, I decided to take a little bit off on Bitcoin here, basically at the open of this candle, because this closing gave me my confirmation. Doesn't mean I'm going to be right, and that's a point I make often, is that trading is probabilities, and this is why you basically do risk-reward scenarios that are in your favor, because the bottom line is you're not going to be right all the time. If you're right even half the time, consider yourself an awesome investor. So again, I don't make moves all the time or every day. I make them when the setups arrive. So there was a whole lot of nothing going on here for a while. I did nothing for almost 2 weeks. we'll see. I wait. Like for instance, this gold circle that I've never managed to remember to erase was a signal for me to get in. Same thing back here. Obviously, I've made more trades otherwise, but I'm saying like this is how it can be in terms of just having a portfolio and actively managing the position. In that you might not only need to do anything not every day, but forget not even every week. I mean, you could do something 3 or 4 times just over the course of 6 months that drastically helps and improves your overall price on a position in a crypto. So anyway, rambling a bit, so let me move on. We shall see if we get follow through or if this turns out to be a short-term little top. The good news is at least this top is higher than this little one, so that's the key. You want to make higher highs. That is positive price action. So I think that'll be it for now, and we'll see what happens. I'll probably do another video. It's Saturday afternoon my time. I'll probably do another video Sunday night, see how things have played out, and it'll be there for you Monday morning. All right, anyway, I'll drop links in the show notes as usual for the Bitcoin ebook that is basically, like I said, newbie information, and then you can go from there. All right, later.